NordLayer Browser is an enterprise browser built for growing businesses that need visibility, control, and security over everyday web activity without the cost or complexity of a full enterprise browser rollout.
Welcome to Best Reviews.
Hey there, and welcome back to Best Reviews. Today we're reviewing NordLayer Browser, an enterprise browser from Nord Security, purpose-built for SMEs and mid-market teams. It gives IT teams visibility into how employees use SaaS and the web, and lets them enforce browser-level security policies from one central control panel. In this video, we'll look at how NordLayer Browser works, what it gives IT teams, how its pricing is structured, and where it may be the best fit. And because pricing and offers can change, make sure to check our full written review at bestreviews.net for the latest details and deals. NordLayer Browser is built around the NordLayer control panel, so the setup starts on the admin side. If your company already uses NordLayer, activating the browser is especially straightforward. Admins open the NordLayer Browser tab in the control panel, add members, and assign teams. The next step, which is creating the first routing policy, is what actually turns the browser on for the organization and defines how traffic reaches your apps. Everything else depends on this step. From there, admins can manage browser usage across the whole organization from one place instead of configuring policies separately for each member or team. For employees, the process is simple. They download the NordLayer browser, enter the organization ID from the invite email, and sign in using options like Google SSO, Entra ID, OneLogin, Okta, JumpCloud, or email and password. Admins can also enforce two-factor authentication as an extra sign-in step. The browser itself is built on Chromium, so the experience should feel familiar to anyone who already uses Chrome, Edge, Brave, or another Chromium-based browser. That familiarity is important because NordLayer Browser is not trying to completely change how people browse. Instead, it adds business security controls on top of a workflow employees already understand. This is one of the key differences from managing Chrome or Edge. Instead of stitching together group policies, MDM profiles, and extensions, admins get a single control point where identity routing, security, and visibility all live together. One of NordLayer Browser's strongest ideas is that it gives IT teams visibility into web activity directly at the browser level. Admins can monitor sessions, web apps, frequently visited domains, and browser extensions. This can help reduce shadow IT since teams can see which SaaS tools employees are actually using and whether unauthorized apps are becoming part of everyday work. That's what makes NordLayer Browser more than a standard browser, a familiar Chromium experience with centralized visibility, security, and control built in. Instead of relying on employees to follow every browsing rule manually, admins can enforce those rules from one place. Domain blocking is another useful control. Companies can block high-risk, non-compliant, or distracting websites, while activity logs help teams spot unusual behavior and investigate incidents later. Admins can also track which browser extensions employees have installed, a fast way to catch risky or unauthorized add-ons that Chrome and Edge don't surface centrally. Now let's talk about routing, because this is where NordLayer Browser starts to stand out from a regular browser. One thing that's different here, creating a default routing policy, is the step that actually activates the browser for the organization. It's a small extra step, but it's how NordLayer ensures every session is routed correctly from day one. These policies can be applied to specific teams and destinations, including domains and IP addresses. Traffic can go through the company's encrypted gateway, use direct internet access, or be blocked altogether. That means businesses can treat different resources differently. Internal tools can be routed through a secure gateway, everyday browsing can use direct internet access, and risky websites can be blocked before employees reach them. Policies are also priority-based, so teams can fine-tune which rules take precedence. If traffic does not match an existing rule, fallback routing decides whether it should use the organization's gateway or direct internet access. NordLayer Browser also focuses on data protection and access control. Admins can manage file uploads and downloads, limit copy and paste actions, restrict camera and microphone access, and use session timeouts to reduce the risk of unattended accounts. On the premium plan, it also includes browser secure tunneling and the browser firewall for controlled access to private resources. On the security side, NordLayer Browser benefits from NordLayer's broader compliance and protection framework. NordLayer systems are ISO and IEC certified and undergo SOC 2 Type 2 audits. Its security stack also uses AES 256 and SHA-256 encryption to protect data in transit. For regulated teams, NordLayer's controls can support PCI DSS, GDPR, HIPAA, and NES2 compliance efforts, especially when companies need safeguards, logs, and documentation. NordLayer Browser's pricing is fairly easy to understand, but there are a few details to keep in mind. The lowest priced plan is Lite on a yearly billing cycle. It costs $3 per user per month, and because all plans have a 5-user minimum, that works out to at least $15 per month. The core plan costs $5 per user per month and adds features like IP anonymization, web threat protection, custom DNS, browser traffic segmentation, and policy-based routing. Premium costs $7 per user per month and adds browser secure tunneling and browser firewall. User provisioning is available as an add-on with setup support for Microsoft Azure AD and Okta. Annual subscriptions include a 25% discount, and NordLayer Browser comes with a 14-day money-back guarantee. You can also schedule a 30-minute personalized demo call with a company consultant. For the latest pricing and offers, check the full review at bestreviews.net before signing up. NordLayer offers a good range of self-service resources, including a blog, FAQs, a learning center, and a help center with troubleshooting and getting started guides. There are 2 main ways to contact the support team: email and 24/7 live chat. In our tests, live chat connected almost instantly, and the answer came quickly. We also had a positive experience with email follow-up after a technical question was escalated to NordLayer's technical team. Replies arrived within 30 minutes, which makes NordLayer support one of the stronger parts of the overall experience. In addition, every paid plan also includes a dedicated account manager, which is unusual at this price point, as most competitors reserve account managers for enterprise tiers only. NordLayer Browser is worth considering if your business wants stronger visibility over web activity, tighter browser level controls, and a centralized way to manage browsing risks. It also works well from the employee side, because the Chromium-based experience feels familiar and easy to adopt. Add in fast, helpful customer support, and the overall package is strong for security-conscious teams. On the flip side, setup is not completely hands-off for admins, and the pricing may be less appealing for micro teams because of the 5-user minimum and higher tier access to some important features. Here's the key takeaway. NordLayer Browser might not be the cheapest option in the category, but for teams that need real visibility into SaaS usage, browser-level DLP, and secure access without a heavyweight enterprise rollout, the value stacks up. NordLayer Browser is best for companies that want to manage web activity, access rules, extensions, and browsing-related security from one place. It is especially useful for IT teams, security-conscious businesses, and organizations already using NordLayer. For more details and the latest offers, head to our full review at bestreviews.net. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching our video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and leave us a comment down below if you have any questions. For more reviews and other videos, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you will be notified of future videos. See you next time!